Welcome to the WorkHARDAholic Show with your host, the original WorkHARDAholic, Shirley Crawford, author, speaker, and small business consultant for over 20 years, helping you to work hard, play harder, and business better. Hello, and welcome back to the WorkHARDAholic Show with your host, Shirley Crawford, the original WorkHARDAholic. I know this doesn't look like our studio because that's not where we are. And do you see this gorgeous woman beside me? Do you know who she is? If you don't, you need to know. You're going to know. Hello, Lori Waran. We're right here at the Richmond International Raceway.
Hi. Thank you so much for being with us. What a beautiful day, right?
I always laugh because I am so extra, and everyone else always comes in so calmly. But don't you worry, when it's race time, she's going to be yelling and screaming and supporting, and that's why we're here. For those of you who don't know, Lori Waran is the first female president of the raceway for Richmond in 76 years? 77.
77. Correct. 77 years. Exactly.
And so we are really honored and excited to have Lori with us, or for Lori to have us here, because we're on her home turf now. And so first things first, like, what's the roadmap? Like, how does one go from hospitality and, communications to running a normally male-dominated, venture?
Well, NASCAR calls. When they call you, you pick up the phone and you listen, right? Of course, a brand like NASCAR is just, it's an amazing brand. And so truly, when they called about a year ago, I picked up the phone and I said, are you serious? You want to talk to me? And they did. And they reached out because they were making some changes in the Richmond market. And I was excited that they even entertained talking with me. And after a number of conversations, I leaned in because there were actually a lot of similarities in media where I was for a little more than 20 years. And what we do here every day at the track and in sports. That's all about growing audiences, right? You're in media, you know that. True. You're always looking to continue to retain your same audience, the ones who've been loyal to you for many, many years, but also reach out to new audiences because you want to grow, right? And that's what they were looking to do, and that's what I'd been doing for years, and I was excited that they wanted to have that discussion. So here I am.
And here she is. And, don't let the mild-mannered Clark Kent confuse you. This is Superwoman in disguise. I was really looking over a lot of your history and things that you've done. And so just looking at the brands that you've been a part of. And sometimes people go, oh, she's the first. It's got to be an anomaly. It's not your first time being the first. And so I was looking at it. You were the youngest publisher for an alternative magazine when you were with Style Weekly.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So at that time, I was 31 years old when I was with Style Weekly Media, and at the time, I wasn't the youngest ever, but at that moment in the United States, I was the youngest publisher of an alternative news weekly, and I didn't know that. They actually let me know that I was the youngest, and so anytime you're the first or the youngest or the most anything, you try to take that with humility because you know that you weren't the only one who helped you get to that part, that moment in time, that you had colleagues, you had friends, you had family members along the way that helped you get there, that you had a lot of help. And so while that, superlative is nice to hear, you try to take that with gratitude and humility, knowing that there's a lot of help that got you there along the way, right?
We appreciate and respect Lori's humility, but we're going to brag on her because this is not this is NASCAR. This is not some small, we love our mom and pops. As a matter of fact, this past Monday was National Mom and Pop Day. We celebrate every entrepreneur. It was.
Oh, that's cool.
It was.
I love that.
But it's amazing, especially as women, we often don't give ourselves that pat on the back. I am giving you the pat on the back, the curtsy, the bow, all the above, because it's utterly amazing. Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at wbcrva.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family. So, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm trying to find the hat so that I can be the winner of the Boss Ladies Who Tea hat competition held by the Empower Conference. What do you think? I think it's the winner.
Ladies, are you ready for an afternoon of tea, networking, and inspiration? Join us for the annual Boss Ladies Who Tea event happening on Saturday, May 13th at Meadowbrook Golf Course. Sip on specialty teas, connect with like-minded women, and hear from guest speakers. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, so don't wait. Just search Boss Ladies Who Tea on Eventbrite and get your tickets today. You don't want to miss this exclusive event.
Life can be a struggle. Find hope, healing, and answers at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place to encounter God through uplifting worship, singing, prayer, the preach word, and fellowship. One step can change your life. One step could shift your destiny. There has never been a better time to take that step than now. Come be our guest every Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place where you belong.
Hello, and welcome back to Fashion and Entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Ashley Jefferson, owner of Very Ashley and editor-in-chief of VA Style Magazine. Let's get into this one. You guys may be interested. Renting is now the new retail. You may have heard of Rent the Runway, but other brands like BCBG, Ralph Lauren, and New York & Company, all of whom are now offering rental options for their clothing lines. This trend is largely due to the current state of inflation, which is causing prices to rise across the board. The process of renting varies across brands. With the Lauren look, customers can pay a monthly fee of $125 a month and receive unlimited access to the latest Ralph Lauren collection. 4 items at a time are shipped to the customer, who can wear each item for as long as they like, buy an item at a steep discount, or return it for another set of 4 items. BCBG offers a different pricing model where there is no monthly fee. Instead, at the time of checkout, the customer is able to either buy the item at retail price or pay to rent the item. And prices for this start at around $99. As prices for goods and services continue to rise, many consumers are looking for ways to save money, and renting clothes is a great way to do this. Here are the reasons. It allows you to wear high-end designer clothing without breaking the bank. Renting clothes also offers a number of other benefits. For one, it's much more environmentally friendly than buying new clothes every season. Instead of contributing to the fast fashion industry, you can simply rent the clothes you need and then return them when you're done. Renting clothes also allows you to experiment with your style without committing to a purchase. If you're not sure of a certain style or if a trend is right for you, you can simply rent a few pieces and see how you feel. And of course, renting clothes is perfect for a special occasion, like a wedding or prom. You're only going to wear this thing one time. Instead of spending hundreds of dollars on a dress, you can simply rent it for a fraction of the price. And this is what made Rent the Runway famous. Renting statement gowns and event gowns since 2009. Rent the Runway has been in business since 2009. But now, here's the kicker, okay? While some brands are embracing the rental trend, luxury brands are doing the complete opposite. Instead of it allowing renting, they're actually increasing the cost of their items. Chanel and Louis Vuitton are guilty of this and have reportedly increased the cost of their leather goods and handbags that are not even leather by 20%, despite the inflation. This is largely due to supply chain issues. But it also seems to be a ploy to fight against the social media landscape where influencers are purchasing or sharing these items just to build their online cachet. Doing so brings down the exclusivity of the luxury brand. That's what they're fighting against. But even with the price increase, listen to this. Sales continue to soar. In third quarter of 2022, so this is just last year, Louis Vuitton, which is the largest luxury brand in the world right now, actually surpassed $20 billion in sales. And this is the first time they have ever done that. And this is double what they've earned in 2018, pre-pandemic. So what does this mean for you as an entrepreneur and a business owner? Well, hold on. First of all, this is going to highlight the disparities in the rental industry. While some brands are trying to make high-end fashion more accessible through retail options, others are making it even more exclusive by increasing their pricing. This can be frustrating for consumers who may feel like they can't afford items they want. Know your customer so you know where you fall. It's important to consider also the ethical implications of the pricing increase. As the cost of materials and labors continue to rise, luxury brands may be passing these costs on to the consumers who may be willing to pay the higher prices. However, this can contribute to the perpetuation of income inequality and the concentration of wealth in the hands of just a few. Furthermore, knowing about the price increase can also help consumers make informed decisions about their purchases. It can be encouraging or it can discourage them to think about the true value of an item. Here's my thing for you, entrepreneurs. Know your customer. Should you double down on your prices and raise them up? That might be the thing to do if you know your brand is into that luxury market. But if not, if you have a mid-luxury brand or a lower brand, reconsider some pricing strategies. Maybe implement some subscriptions. That's all for right now. This was a really hot topic, but I am Ashley Jefferson, owner of Very Ashley and VA Style Magazine. Let me tell you this. You can find out more about this topic on vastylemag.com. To get the latest info on our new arrivals at Very Ashley, please follow us on Instagram at Shop Very Ashley or just go ahead and shop online at shopveryashley.com. I'm your host, Ashley Jefferson, for fashion and entrepreneurship right here on WorkHARDAholics.
And as we talk about how amazing it is, I've been noticing a lot of things changing with NASCAR. Like there has been all these extra efforts to increase diversity and inclusion. And I know like way back when I was telling Lori before, when I used to be a mentor and do a consulting program for Richmond Pal, we used to bring the kids out. Mm-hmm. And now I know last year I got really, for the first time ever, I want you all to know I live 15 minutes from the track. Okay. So I'm used to hearing it at night. But for the first time ever, I get excited now that NASCAR's coming to town. And so, and a big part of that is like last year I went to Bubba's Block Party, which I know has been repeated again this year. Tell us more about these efforts and this outreach to communities that normally, don't think much about NASCAR.
Yeah, well, I'm not, this is not a new effort by NASCAR. They have been doing this, and I want to try to continue that effort that they've been doing, all around the United States. But in particular in Richmond, we've got a really diverse community in Richmond, and especially around this track. But what struck me is that there are people right outside of this track in these neighborhoods that have never come inside of the track. That struck me, like I said. And I wanted to make sure that people who may not have felt welcome to come in knew that this was everybody's track. This is everyone's town, and this is everyone's track. And so that was something that was very important to me, that people felt welcome. And so what could we do to make sure people felt welcome? Well, number one is we can make sure that we get the message out, that it is everyone's track. And so we're starting to do that. But we can also make sure that it looks more welcoming here. And one of the things that we've done is, hopefully you will not see any barbed wire. There was barbed wire on a lot of the fencing around here. And we have a lot of fencing, a lot. So when I got here, all that barbed wire that was
That's
on
a
the far.
message.
It sends a message that is not welcoming, and we weren't keeping people out, and we certainly weren't keeping people in here. And that barbed wire has been here for decades. I'm not sure why, but we wanted to get that down. So about 3-4 weeks into my tenure here, I asked the operations and facilities team. I begged them. I said, please, can you help? And they were absolutely willing to do it. I mean, they jumped right to getting it down. And that is not an easy thing to get down, by the way. Barbed wire, it's ugly stuff to get down. And they have been working tirelessly to get that down. There's still a few spots around that you might see. We keep finding it. But that's one thing. And then we said, how else can we make it feel more welcoming? How can we bring the community in to help us make it feel more welcoming? Well, an example is right behind us, the mural that has elements of a track behind it.
It had a rainbow feel.
It did.
But as you say that, I'm like, oh, I can see track.
Correct. Yeah, there's like elements of the track, and it's Richmond. It feels warm. But we asked a local artist, a female artist, Michelle Hollander, who's young and up and coming, if she could help us. So bringing the arts community in, and we have a poster that's all around the town done by a local artist as well, Doug Orleski, and you'll see that in the poster. It says the message, everyone's track. So there are elements that we're trying to incorporate that make it feel more welcoming. The messaging, not having barbed wire, the arts community. I had even a VCU student give me some new sneaks. They're not on my feet right now, but I've been wearing them all week. I feel like I'm going to wear them out.
I haven't been hearing about these sneakers, and I have yet to see them.
Okay. You're going to be seeing me wear them more this weekend, but I didn't want to wear them out, and I didn't want to get them messed up in the rain either. But just how can we incorporate the community more in what we're doing and also make it feel more welcoming? So we're going to get there. It's not going to, happen overnight, but we'll get there.
Well, it didn't start overnight, so we can't expect overnight change.
Correct.
Okay, so for those people who are out there and like, okay, I'm ready, I'm excited, I want to come to the raceway, like, what are the events that are going to be happening, like, over this next season for races here at RR?
Well, it starts tonight, actually. So for those of you who have not been able to get down to the track, we're going to bring some elements to the track right downtown, starting with rooftop parties tonight. 3 happening downtown simultaneously. They're called the Finish Line Parties. And, that's going to start, kick off the weekend right. Of course, Bubba Wallace's Block Party is coming right back.
I'll be here.
Yes. Perfect. That's going to kick us off. The team at Bubba Wallace is bringing it back to Richmond because they know it's the right town for this, and that's awesome. And then we have 3 amazing sporting events, 2 of which happen on broadcast TV in front of millions and millions of viewers, and that's special. Not every city has that ability to be on broadcast TV in front of millions of people, and we get it twice a year. We get it now, and we get it again in the summer. That's a pretty significant thing for any city, and we get that. That happens starting Saturday on broadcast in the afternoon, and then we get it again on Sunday with building up to the Toyota Owners 400 NASCAR Cup Series at 3:30. So it is going to be spectacular all weekend long, but starting tonight.
And after this series, what will be the next one that'll be coming to town that everyone should already be gearing up for?
Perfect. I'm so glad you asked. So July 29th and 30th, that's the next big time that everyone's coming back to do this all over again. So if you're planning ahead, like I know I do with my household, you want tickets again, everyone can go to richmondraceway.com for this weekend or for the summer, and we do this all over again. It's going to be so fun. And we've got some exciting announcements coming out about the summer race as well. So,
and I need you all to know, no one tailgates like NASCAR fans. No one. And the other thing, we talked about that inclusivity and like being the neighbor who's like, am I really going in? Once I came on the other side of these fences, like people are so friendly and so helpful, and strangers are like, come on over. I mean, so warm. So it's a real vibe.
It is. And there is like a sense of community once you get out down into the bowl, the stadium. It really is. It's fun. Everyone has a great time. There is a true sense of community in there that if you're wondering if it is or if it isn't, I'm telling you, it is. Just like you said, people come back for that very reason. So Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be fun, people. Okay, so once again, if you're already a NASCAR fan, you're just getting a benefit of seeing Lori with me today. But if you're a new person, you're like, I'm not sure, now's the time to engage. If you missed Bubba's Block Party last year, if you didn't catch it this year, I'm so sorry for you. But we're posting it, we're sharing it. Come on down, get involved, get engaged. Once again, where can they get tickets?
RichmondRaceway.com, but tickets are there. There's also a cool fan guide for all the information, what to bring, how to get in, where to park, what to go, all the cool events on the midway for kids zone and food and music and how to see cool drivers and all that jazz right there on RichmondRaceway.com.
All right, people, you heard it there. Also know that each driver and even the Raceway has great social media. You get to see all kinds of behind the scenes things. So be sure to check it out. So once again, we want to say thank you to Lori.
Thank you so much for being extra. I love it. I love it. That's cool.
That's how NASCAR does it, people. They're all extra. All right. And if you want the extra, then make your way to the Raceway yourself. All right. So as we always say, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta!
So, what are you doing? What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm trying to find the hat so that I can be the winner of the Boss Ladies Who Tea hat competition held by the Empower Conference. What do you think? I think it's the winner.
Ladies, are you ready for an afternoon of tea, networking, and inspiration? Join us for the annual Boss Ladies Who Tea event happening on Saturday, May 13th at Meadowbrook Golf Course. Sip on specialty teas, connect with like-minded women, and hear from guest speakers. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, so don't wait. Just search Boss Ladies Who Tea on Eventbrite and get your tickets today. You don't want to miss this exclusive event.
Hey there, I am Rita Ricks, principal of Rita Ricks LLC. We are spiritual and mental health coaches, showing women and young adults how to remove the barriers preventing them from creating the life they were born to live. Once those barriers are eliminated, they find the peace, purpose, and passion to achieve what they truly want in life. Contact us today at ritaricks.com because this is your time.
Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com.
During these challenging times, Richmond Dentistry for Children wants to remind you that we've been here for you and your children for over 25 years. Your child's body is their temple and their teeth are the doorway to good health. We provide compassionate pediatric dental care Monday through Friday. Call 804-780-2888 for your appointment or come to our office at 300 West Broad Street. RichmondDentistryForChildren.com, serving Central Virginia. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Wouldn't it be convenient and safe to communicate with your dentist, pediatrician, medical doctor, or mental health professional anywhere you are without actually traveling to our medical centers?
Well, you can with a televisit at your local Capital Area Health Network. Call us at 780-0840 or go to cahealthnet.org. Find out how a televisit may be your best option. We are the Capital Area Health Network, the heart of the community.
Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. 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 Thanks for tuning in to WorkHARDAholics. Support our show by following on YouTube and all major social media platforms at WorkHARDAholic. Until next week, happy entrepreneuring.